This is The Fifth Estate, a conversation between young African scholars from the Fort Hall School of Government and Professor Mutahi Ngunyi. This Sunday, we will write a second letter to William Ruto, and with a copy to the Gema Nation. Our first letter to the Deputy President was harsh, and we meant it to be harsh. We were guided by the Holy Scripture that says, an open rebuke is better than hidden love. We did not lie to William Ruto. We told him the truth about what we saw. Today we will give him the second part of our truth, and will repeat something we have said in the past. Ruto will not become president. He will be made president. But we need to revise this statement. If Ruto will not become president, who will make him president? In the past, we argued that the Gema Nation will make him president, and maybe they will. However, we are persuaded that Ruto will be more of a class project than an ethnic project, that he'll be made president by the hustlers and not the ethnic oligarchs. Consider our hypothesis with us.
If Ruto is a class project and not a project of the ethnic oligarchs, what does this mean? Is this the end of ethnicity and the beginning of a class war? We have no idea. However, we discern one thing. Ruto will be made president with or without the Gema oligarchs. Ruto will not be made president by the ethnic oligarchs. He will be made president by the hustler nation. He will be a project of the wretched of the earth, a project of the hustler nation. Because of Ruto, henceforth, any chicken seller in Kenya can aspire to become president regardless of tribe. Because of Ruto, anyone described as the wretched of the earth can aspire to become president. Uhuru and Gideon Moi are sons of presidents. RAILA is the son of a vice president, and Mudavadi is the son of a powerful minister. Ruto, on the other hand, is the son of a man whose name no one knows. And this is why Ruto will become president. He represents most of us, tribe or no tribe. This man is from the hustler nation, and the hustler nation will take over in 2022.
Dear Mr. Ruto, sir, if you are a project of the hustler nation, will the people reject you if they are told that you are corrupt? Will they abandon you? Zero. If a citizen from the hustler nation met corruption today, how would they behave? Would they run to Maraga and tell him that they saw corruption? Or would they eat corruption and tell no one? The hustler will eat corruption and tell no one. And our independence heroes ate corruption without telling anyone. This is why their sons are ahead of you, Mr. Ruto. People accusing you of corruption are not from the hustler nation. They are beneficiaries of corruption created by their fathers at independence. Now I will raise a second point. Mr. Ruto, sir, does your father have a name? Or is his name the same as that of our fathers? The tribal oligarchs call them Wewe. Wewe Askari, Wewe Dereva, Wewe Messenger. They had no name. So, if William Ruto is a project of the hustler nation, it is because his father had no name. Ruto represents class, not tribe. If Ruto can become president, any of us will become president. This is the dream of the hustler nation.
Dear Mr. Ruto, sir, for you to succeed as a project of the hustler nation, you must remember three things. One, all politicians are like diapers, and they both need to be changed frequently for the same reasons. This is what Tony Blair taught us. Mr. Ruto, sir, to become president, therefore, you have to constantly change the politicians around you the same way you change diapers. And you have to do this or you will be suffocated by the stench they produce. 2, to become president, you must engage opposition politicians. But you must remember one thing as you do this. You cannot buy a politician. You can only rent one. And once the rent is finished, you have to reload. All the political delegations you have received in your current office this week are rented. You have not bought them. And once the rent expires, they will betray you. 3. To become president, you must buy Miguna. You must pump money into the cause of this man. If you support him, he will neutralize RAILA for you. And if you do not neutralize RAILA, he will complicate your bid for the presidency. In sum, Miguna is a product of the hustler nation. You support him, you win.
I believe in the hustler nation, and I believe in its power, and I'm actually a member of the hustler nation. If a chicken seller like William Ruto can become president, then the hustler nation is a secret to be discovered. Ruto is not ashamed of his past. He is not ashamed of his past as a chicken seller, as a hustler, and as a KYM. In fact, he carries these labels of shame on his shoulder with pride. And because of this, he will walk into the presidency as a former chicken seller, and he will represent our aspirations as a nation of hustlers with pride. His symbols of struggle are powerful, in my view. They give us hope. They instruct us not to be ashamed of who we are. If your father had no name, like William Ruto's dad, you can beat the odds and become president. And this is why the Gema nation is fascinated by William Ruto. The Gema nation is a nation of hustlers. It is a nation of chicken sellers, hawkers with dreams, and traders of all things, as you see them all over the towns. And without knowing it, William Ruto is a powerful representation of this Kikuyu hustler. Poor Kikuyu and Ruto are one. Their journey is one. Their passion for chicken selling is one. And their hustle is one. End of discussion. And that is why a man called Sonko is wrong when he says that the Kikuyus will not vote for William Ruto.
And now, our final thought. Dear Mr. Ruto, sir, you must not be held hostage by the Gema nation. You must become a project of the hustler nation. You must not become a slave of the Gema promise. You must become a maker of dreams, a champion of the hustler's dream. Mr. Ruto, sir, this is what you have taught us. You taught us that the dreams of a hustler will take you further than the plans of a tribal oligarch. That the dreams of a man whose father has no name are bigger than the history of a man whose name is dying. And this is what we understood you to mean. That the Odinga name is dying. The Moi name is dying. But the name of the hustler nation is rising. Mr. Ruto, sir, your mission for country is to break the yoke that binds us. You must break the yoke of tribal oligarchs. And how you will do it, we do not know. But what we know now is this. Mr. Ruto, sir, you will not become president. You will be made president. Not by the Gema nation, but by the hustler nation.